Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A set of three similar things considered as a unit. Three people considered as a unit. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. A musical composition for three performers. Three performers are singers who perform together. A three-note major or minor chord. A note and its third and fifth tones. A set of three similar things considered as a unit. Three people considered as a unit. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. Increase threefold. A set of three similar things considered as a unit. A base hit at which the batter stops safely at third base. Having three units or components or elements. Overcrowding made triple sessions necessary. Three times as great or many. A claim for treble, or triple, damages. A quantity that is three times as great as another. Hit a three-base hit. A set of three similar things considered as a unit. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. One of three offspring born at the same time from the same pregnancy. Three people considered as a unit. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. Three people considered as a unit. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. The union of the Father and Son and Holy Ghost in one Godhead. Being one more than two. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. Being one more than two. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. A figurative restraint. Kept a tight leash on his emotions. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. Fasten with a rope. Restraint consisting of a rope, or light chain, used to restrain an animal. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. Having three units or components or elements. A ternary operation. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. Being one more than two. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. One of four playing cards in a deck having three pips. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. One of three equal parts of a divisible whole. The third canonical hour, about 9 a.m. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. One of four playing cards in a deck having three pips. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. The cardinal number that is the sum of 1 and 1 and 1. A modern Russian triumvirate. A Russian carriage pulled by three horses abreast. An unofficial association of people or groups. The smart set goes there. Get ready for a particular purpose or event. Set up an experiment. Several exercises intended to be done in series. He did 4 sets of the incline bench press. representation consisting of the scenery and other properties used to identify the location of a dramatic production. The sets were meticulously authentic. A relatively permanent inclination to react in a particular way. The set of his mind was obvious. Disappear beyond the horizon. The sun sets early these days. Decide upon or fix definitely. Put or set, seeds, seedlings, or plants, into the ground. Establish as the highest level or best performance. Set a record. Urge to attack someone. Set down according to a plan. A carefully laid table with places set for 4 people. Usually followed by to, or for, on the point of or strongly disposed. We are set to go at any time. Converted to solid form, as concrete. Make ready or suitable or equip in advance for a particular purpose or for some use, event, etc. Determined or decided upon as by an authority. The time set for the launching. Equip with sails or masts. Insert a nail or screw below the surface, as into a countersink. Locate. The film is set in Africa. Fixed and unmoving. With eyes set in a fixed glassy stare. Put into a certain place or abstract location. Adapt for performance in a different way. Set this poem to music. Psychology, being temporarily ready to respond in a particular way. The subject set led them to solve problems the familiar way and to overlook the simpler solution. Become gelatinous. Situated in a particular spot or position. A house set on a hilltop. Fix conclusively or authoritatively. Set the rules. Evil Egyptian god with the head of a beast that has high square ears and a long snout, brother and murderer of Osiris. Arrange attractively. Alter or regulate so as to achieve accuracy or conform to a standard. Estimate. The process of becoming hard or solid by cooling or drying or crystallization. He tested the set of the glue. Bear fruit. Set in type. My book will be typeset nicely. A group of things of the same kind that belong together and are so used. A set of books. Any electronic equipment that receives or transmits radio or TV signals. The early sets ran on storage batteries. Apply or start. Set fire to a building. A unit of play in tennis or squash. They played 2 sets of tennis after dinner. Being below the horizon. The moon is set. Fix in a border. The goldsmith set the diamond. Give a fine, sharp edge to a knife or razor. Mathematics, an abstract collection of numbers or symbols. The set of prime numbers is infinite. Put into a certain state. Cause to be in a certain state. Set the house afire. Put into a position that will restore a normal state. Set a broken bone. Set to a certain position or cause to operate correctly. Set clocks or instruments. The act of putting something in position. He gave a final set to his hat. The descent of a heavenly body below the horizon. Before the set of sun. A system of components assembled together for a particular purpose. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. The act of gathering something. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. Sewing consisting of small folds or puckers made by pulling tight a thread in a line of stitching. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. Judged to be probable. Be or play a part of or in. Elections figure prominently in every government program. A diagram or picture illustrating textual material. A decorative or artistic work. The property possessed by a sum or total or indefinite quantity of units or individuals. The figure was about 1,000. A well-known or notable person. She is an important figure in modern music. Alternative names for the body of a human being. Imagine. Conceive of. See in one's mind. Language used in a figurative or non-literal sense. Make a mathematical calculation or computation. A combination of points and lines and planes that form a visible palpable shape. A model of a bodily form, especially of a person. He made a figure of Santa Claus. An amount of money expressed numerically. A figure of $17 was suggested. A predetermined set of movements in dancing or skating. She made the best score on compulsory figures. A unitary percept having structure and coherence that is the object of attention and that stands out against a ground. The impression produced by a person. He cut a fine figure. Understand. He didn't figure her. One of the elements that collectively form a system of numeration. 0 and 1 are digits. The length of breadth of a finger used as a linear measure. A finger or toe in human beings or corresponding body part in other vertebrates. A musical work that has been created. A musical work that has been created. Repair by adding pieces. She pieced the china cup. A portion of a natural object. He needed a piece of granite. Eat intermittently. Take small bites of. He pieced at the sandwich all morning. An item that is an instance of some type. He designed a new piece of equipment. A share of something. A period of indeterminate length, usually short, marked by some action or condition. I need to rest for a piece. A musical work that has been created. A work of art of some artistic value. It is not known who created this piece. An instance of some kind. It was a nice piece of work. Create by putting components or members together. She pieced a quilt. A portable gun. Game equipment consisting of an object used in playing certain board games. He sacrificed a piece to get a strategic advantage. To join or unite the pieces of. A serving that has been cut from a larger portion. A piece of pie. a distance. It is down the road a piece. An artistic or literary composition. He wrote an interesting piece on Iran. A separate part of a whole. An important piece of the evidence. Join during spinning. Piece the broken pieces of thread, slivers, and rovings. A musical work that has been created. An essay, especially one written as an assignment. He got an A on his composition. Art and technique of printing with movable type. A musical work that has been created. The composition is written in 4 movements. The spatial property resulting from the arrangement of parts in relation to each other and to the whole. Harmonious composition is essential in a serious work of art. The way in which someone or something is composed. The act of creating written works. Musical creation. A mixture of ingredients. Something that is created by arranging several things to form a unified whole. He envied the composition of their faculty. An organization of musicians who perform together. An organization of musicians who perform together.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.